So today, due to popular request, I'm going to be playing Bloodborne the board game with my solo hunter house rules. Now, I have wrote these up. These were found by a random person on Reddit. Originally, that was who wrote these. They just basically left a comment on Reddit saying how they played the game and made it better for themselves. And so I've decided to write these up properly. I have added a couple of things myself which I felt needed to be added. So it's sort of a mixture, and I couldn't find the person's name. I have searched for them, so I've just called them random Reddit person. But for the most part, the game is pretty much the same, right? There are just a few differences, and if you don't like that, then click off this video. It's not for you, but I have been asked to do a video on them. And so let's just go over a couple because this is only basically one page. So for the campaign chapter, if you fail a campaign chapter, so basically like we're going to be playing Lung Hunt chapter 1. If you fail one, you start from the beginning of that chapter only. You do not have to start the entire campaign over again. I feel a lot of people use that rule anyway. But all uncovered tiles stay the same. So you basically start for the hunt track all over again, and you cannot do a couple of other things, but anything you have uncovered tile-wise, you start the central lamp again, and the tiles just basically stay the same. Enemy respawns are back in their respective places, but all reward card special items that you have used, like runes and hunter tools, do not reactivate. Also, green chest consumable tokens you picked up previously are permanently gone. They did not respawn on the board, so it's pretty much bog standard, right? If you fail it, so basically you get to the end of the hunt track, completely failed the mission, everything stays on the board exactly the same, your character stays there, you reshuffle all these, you get to keep whatever upgrades you have had, and yeah, you basically go again. But any consumables like the green consumable tokens that we will see probably pop up, they're gone on every time that you pick them up. And basically your special things like runes and hunter accessories, they do not reset. They only reset once you win, basically, which we'll get into in a sec. Movement being the big one, movement is free. You do not have to discard a card, but you can still only move 2 spaces at a time because of enemy pursuit and activations. So you don't give up a card to move, you just move 2, basically. Pretty much standard. So here's the big one that a lot of people are interested in, the hunt track. The hunt track only acts now as a timer for the campaign chapter only. Do not respawn the board on red markings. You start at the first one, and if you reach the end, you have 1 extra turn to complete the campaign chapter, or else that chapter is failed. So as we see there, we have the hunt track, and basically that is your time limit for the mission. Straight up time limit, that's it. The red markings, you don't bother with them. For all purposes, they're grey, basically. Hunter's Dream though. The hunter can only visit the hunter's dream if they are on a space with a lamp that is not broken. So you can't basically cheese the game and access a hunter's dream by giving up a card and going at any time. You can only access it if you are on a lamp. And that's not even a lamp tile, that is literally the one with the lamp. You can't visit the hunter's dream though if an enemy is on the same space. It still costs 1 hunt track movement to visit the dream, and it costs 1 to return. So this here, it costs you 1 to go in, 1 to return, so you're still giving up 2. So not only are you giving up what you have to move to the thing and then give up a card to go to the hunter's dream, but you do basically end up losing 2 exact time as well, so you can't just keep going there and just accessing it and getting your stuff back, basically. Upon returning from the hunter's dream though, you reset the entire board of enemies, but not consumable green tokens. They are gone for good once you pick them up. Can't specify that enough, basically. So with the character here being on the central lamp, that's the lamp tile. So that is the only way they can give up a card to go to the Hunter's Dream and spend their blood echoes as is. And you can still only have a max of 3. Consumables and special items. All consumables are one use only. They go back to the consumable deck upon use, and as stated previously, the green item box token never respawns once they have been picked up. During a campaign chapter, you can only have 5 consumables in your inventory at any time. Any extra consumables you collect are placed to the side and can be swapped out once you have won a campaign chapter. So if we have, say, 4 consumables in our inventory, then we have a space here with 2, and we move over there, get rid of these to pick them up. They are gone for good for the entirety of this campaign chapter. You can never pick them back up. You pick them up, you put them to the side. Once you've gone over 5, you use whatever you've got in your inventory, the first 5 in your inventory. Then once we've won, say if we win this mission right here, we can go into the next one with our consumables. We get to choose which ones we have, basically. You can still only have 2 special item runes and 2 hunter tools in your inventory. Any extras are placed to the side and can only be switched out after the campaign chapter is won. Again, pretty much the same. As stated previously though, special items are one use only for your campaign chapter playthrough. If you use them, you cannot reactivate them upon going to the Hunter's Dream, and if you fail a chapter, you are not allowed to flip them back over. Also, the only time you can use them again is if you have won a campaign chapter. So if we've got a special item like a rune or hunter trick weapon thing, accessory, basically, if you use it, we fail, we don't get it back. If we win, we get it back. And you can swap them out at the end before the next chapter also. So that's it. All I need to say, this should be available as a download in the description below. If you want to access it, I should have been able to put it on there for you to have yourselves. And it is a work in progress, basically. As I play through this, it might change, but for the most part, that is what the guy wrote. I have just added a couple of extra things to it. So, yeah, there we go. Let's get into the game. The Long Hunt, the introduction. Of the monsters created by the beast plague, the scourge beasts are the most reviled. Once human, these terrible monstrosities are fast, agile, and lethal. As of late, more and more of these beasts have begun appearing in central Yharnam, and thus we have been tasked with discovering the source of their increasing numbers, as well as eliminating as many as possible. So chapter 1 setup goes as so. For our enemies, we'll have the Hunter Mob, the Huntsman's Minion, and the Scourge Beast. For tiles, we'll have the Courtyard Lamp, Occupied House, Odeon Chapel, Ransacked House, and 2 random ones. And then, if we flip it over, you can see here that when we get to these certain areas, we reveal cards, but we do start off by revealing card number 1, Start of the Hunt. So we have our first hunt mission, Source of the Scourge. We must take to the streets of central Yharnam. The number of scourge beasts grows, and we must leave no area unchecked or uncleansed. We must also gather what information we can from the surviving townsfolk. Perhaps they can grant us insight into the cause of this sudden infestation. End a move on the central lamp tile after we have collected at least 2 insight and reveal card 2. So that's our first mission. Collect 2 insight, basically. So we have our first 3 cards. We got basic +1s, and we have a basic stagger, which could be very useful. And of course, normally we would have to give up one of these to move, but we don't in this version. So instead, we will just choose to reveal a tile, and we will go upwards. So we move in because we always move in, and then we will investigate the courtyard lamp and see what it does. So we have card number 5, which is an insight mission on the hunt. Entering, you find a large mob of townsfolk all gathering around a blazing pyre constructed in the centre of the courtyard. Upon it lie the bodies of numerous scourge beasts. Suddenly from behind you hear shouting, "More infected!" as the mob begin to surround you. So we reveal card 6, we surround the courtyard lamp with fog gates, as we have done right there, and we spawn one hunter mob on the space. If we complete this mission, by slaying the hunter mob, we reveal card 7. But card number 6, right here, says Horde. Place 1 insight token on this card. If 3 plus hunters, place 1 additional token. We're only 1 hunter, so we got 1 insight. When the hunter mob would be slain, instead remove 1 token and heal all health from it. All tokens are returned on the one we ignore. So we have insight on that card, and what that basically means is they get 8 health, basically. So we have to first eliminate 4 health, that can then get rid of that, and then we have to get rid of another 4 health. So we have a few cards to help us right now. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play a stagger card, because I want to stagger them, and I'm going to play it on the quick cut, which is a 3 speed. Then we check the enemy actions, and they are going for a basic. Their basic is an axe swing, it's 2 speed, so we stagger them and just deal 1 damage. So we put 1 damage on there, and then I'm going to go for a slash with this +1. My slash is a 2 speed action. So let's see what the enemy does. They are going for another basic. So what I'm going to do is get rid of my hunter pistol. Basically, whenever they play a basic action, then I automatically stagger them. So I give up that, bang, basically, and then slash them for 3, which removes the insight. For my last action, I'm going to go straight for the kill. So this is a basic +1. I'm going to place it on my heavy carve. This will kill them because it will do 4 damage, but I am only 1 speed. So I'm hoping... Oh no, it's a special. Oh dear. So I was hoping for another ability right there. They have hit me with a shield bash. They have staggered me. They have stunned me. Basically, they were going faster, and so I can't give up a card, so I take 1 health. I have just lost 3 health, and I am now down to just 3. And because I'm out of cards, it's the enemy turn again, so we have to see what they reveal. It is yet another special, and so that is me dead. Just like that. So unfortunately, that was our first death, and we have just lost 2 on the hunt track. As you can see right there, because we died obviously, so we went to the hunter's dream, and then coming back from the hunter's dream, it pumps us up 2, so we suddenly lost 2 speed. We do get the pistol back though, we do get our health back, and we have flipped our weapon over. So we have 3 new cards. We've got the draw card and we've got the dodge card. I'm thinking we go again, basically, because as you do on Bloodborne and Dark Souls, all these Soulsborne games. So yeah, we will move in yet again and challenge them again. Through the fog we go. So first things first, I'm going to play a draw 1 on slash, which is a 2 speed. They are going for their ability. Now their ability is a 1 speed. No, it's not. It says Mob Frenzy. It says flip over another enemy action, which we know is basic, and it adds +1 speed. So they are going to go for a basic axe swing with 3, and it's going to do 2 damage, +1 damage because of the ability. So I am going to dodge. I can dodge on a quick cut that I have, so we just give up that card, and we negate the attack basically, and then we hit them for a /2. So I'm going to go again. I'm going to draw 1 here by placing it on our quick cut. It is only going to do 1 damage, but we do get to draw a card, which is a stagger. That might be very, very useful here. And the enemy action, they are going for a special. So, yeah, swines. So basically, they are going to stagger us. They're going to stun us. They are... No, they're not, are they? We're faster on the quick cut. So we're going to hit them for 1. Then they're going to hit us for 2. And we have to discard our card. That's basically what happens. So we do 1 damage to them. So it's the end of the turn. We have nothing to do. We just have the enemies go. And the enemies are going to go for a basic action, which would remove 2 health. So it would put us down to 2 from 4. I think we're going to go for the hunter pistol and stun them. Or stagger them, rather. So basic attack, just stagger them, bang. So they cannot hit us because we have only 4 health. So with that, it's the end of the turn. The hunt track goes up by 1, and we draw some cards. So these are the cards we've got. We've got 2 dodges and we've got a stagger. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this dodge here to flip over our trick weapon. And then I'm going to play my stagger on a quick cut because I know full well it's going to be faster than an enemy, and it is an ability, so it is going to be faster, hopefully. It is a basic, so that is 3. So unfortunately it does mean that what we tried to do with a quick cut doesn't work out, basically, because the stagger only works if their attack is slower. So we're going at the same speed. They have hit us basically for 3 damage. Nasty, we've got 1 health left, but we have cleared the insight token again, and I think I need to hold on to this basically and give up another turn. So we give up the hunt track turn and it will be the enemy turn. So let's see what the enemy does before the hunt track goes and we draw up. They are going for a basic attack, and we can use this on the slash basically to avoid it. So we've gone 4 on the hunt track already. So yeah, shows, but we have a dodge, a +1, and we have a basic, and this is good for us because we know what's coming. A special is coming. So because of the dodge, we can dodge out the way of it. So it does mean we can use this basic here on the heavy carve, which will do 4 damage. The enemy is a special. We know that. So we play our dodge on the slash, which is 2 speed, same as theirs. So that means we dodge out the way of that attack. Then we hit them for 4 damage. And we slaughter them. That is our first mini boss done. So on the hunt, that one is done. We have our first bit of insight. We distribute the hand lantern reward and Ludwig's rifle firearm to the hunters. Well, there's only us here. Driven to frenzy by the early stages of the infection, the townsfolk are compelled to partake in the hunt, believing that by eradicating the beasts, the plague will be quelled as well. From their remains, you gather what useful supplies you can find. So that is our first insight that we have found. We need to find 1 more and then return to the central lamp. But the hand lantern basically means we can teleport to any space at any time, and this can be used at any time as well to get us to the lanterns if we need to get to the hunter's dream. We also have Ludwig's rifle. When an enemy moves into your space, deal 2 damage to that enemy, and we can equip this right away, and we will basically. So on death we healed 1 and we also gained a card, so this is what we have in our hand right now. We also have 1 blood echo. Now I know that we were low on health, but we're also low on time as well. We have gone 4 on the time track already. We have 11 spaces left. If we go to the hunter's dream now, that'll take us down to 9 spaces left. With this, I feel we can move on at any point because that'll basically teleport us to a lamp if we need it. So I am going to be moving on, and I'm going to be moving on down this way. So we found the Odeon Chapel, but nothing happens at the Odeon Chapel. So let's move on again. So we found the occupied house, and just let me set it up. So because we've gone to the occupied house, we place the townsfolk there, and we place the woman here. We have an insight mission, a safe haven. You knock on the door. From inside, a frail and elderly voice advises you. A hunter? About time you showed up. It ain't safe out here for an old woman. Reckon you can take me someplace to wait out the night? We place one survivor token on the occupied house space, and any hunter may pick up the token when they move out of that space. Token is returned to the occupied house if the hunter teleports or goes to the dream. So we end a move on the Odeon Chapel with the token, and lucky for us, the Odeon Chapel is right there. So all we have to do is defeat these here with only 2 health left. So the first thing I'm going to do, because we're near death anyway, I'm going to move. Remember, we can move freely at any time, but when we do move, they activate. So that happens, and because of Ludwig's rifle, bang, whenever they come near us, we deal 2 damage to them. So they have just 2 damage left. Yeah. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give up this stagger, and I'm going to flip my trick weapon, because that clears all the slots, but the one slot it does clear up is the quick cut, which is on a 3, and with this +1 I can basically kill them. I do need to shuffle that back up though. So I'm going to play my basic +1 on the quick cut. That will do 2 damage at speed 3, and unless we get the ability come out of this deck now, we've killed them. Oh, it's a basic. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Basic action, so they are dead. And we have basically got now 2 blood echoes. So in all honesty, I think I'm going to leave her for there for now. And I'm just going to move to the central lamp, and I'm going to visit the hunter's dream. So we've gone to the hunter's dream, and basically when you get to the hunter's dream, you can spend your blood echoes, you heal up, you flip the weapon back over, flip this back over, and yeah, we get to spend these 2 now getting some cards. So we have a dodge attack or dodge for +1 speed, clear this slot. Leaping, +1 damage, may make a move action before using this card to attack. We have Agile, which is stagger at +1 speed. I really like that one, especially for this character. And we have Heal 1, clear this or any other slot with a dodge. So I think I'm going to go for the Agile, and I'm going to go for the Invigorating. So those 2 there, Heal 1, dodge, and stagger +1. So when you take one, you basically upgrade it, and this one is clear this slot when used to move 3 spaces. So obviously in this game you don't have to use that card. You can use it to move 3, but you don't have to. Basically you do give up the card if you move 3 as it stays. So it's the only time when you would discard a card to move. Other than that, your free move is just 2. So we're then going to take the Heal 1. That gets replaced with cannot suffer stagger or stun. Oh, that'd be so good. Poise. Oh, poise was good in Dark Souls. But yeah, you basically go through your deck and you replace cards with the 2 you've just had. So I'm going to do that now. So when you come back from the Hunter's Dream, you draw 3 cards yet again. So I've got 2 draw ones and a dodge, basically. And if I was to have come there and I didn't go into here, basically they would have moved if I'd have moved somewhere. So they still pursue you and everything like that. And the main reason is these are very close together, and there is still the ransacked house to find for maybe another potential insight. And so I think I'm going to go off and try to find the ransacked house by going left here. So because I'm over there, they won't pursue. So we got our first random tile, and this has got a Sudden Huntsman's minion on, but it has got a consumable on as well. So I don't think we're capable enough of taking this thing on yet. They got 5 health, they got 2 1-stars, 2 1-speed attacks, and a 3-speed attack that does stagger as well. So yeah, I don't think we're good enough just yet, especially with the 5 health. But I will use this to basically pick up that consumable. I have found myself a pebble, which is move 1 enemy within 2 spaces up to 2 spaces away. So that could be very, very useful for us. Yeah. So we get rid of it. And because of the house rules, that is then gone for good. So if we went to the Hunter's Dream or anything, or had to restart again, it'd be gone. It wouldn't come back. But I'm going to run away. He's then going to pursue. I'm going to run away again. So he pursues to there. I'm then going to chuck the pebble at these. So basically we use this. It says move 1 enemy within 2 spaces up to 2 spaces away. So we use that consumable, that's gone. And basically we place them there like that. Then I'm kind of getting myself in a little bit of a muddle, aren't I? So I'm going to move down. He's going to then pursue. They wouldn't pursue because they weren't there. They'd move next time round. So we're going to get the woman. Just like that. They will pursue. And then I'm going to go and jump in. Like that. So these are going to pursue to there. He wouldn't because we weren't in that tile. We would be in the tile now. And we'll see what happens when the woman gets in the church. So once we take her to the church, we unlock a new insight mission, a safe haven. The smell of beast warden incense fills your nose as you enter the old chapel. The old woman thanks you for your kindness before taking refuge with another small band of townsfolk. Suddenly, the chapel's magnificent stained glass window shatters as a scourge beast crashes through. We reveal card 10, surround the Odeon Chapel with fog gates, which means they can't come in, basically. And we spawn 1 Scourge Beast on the fog tile. It is immune to the effects of the Odeon Chapel. And it is ferocious. Place 1 insight token on this card, as always. And it has a special blood frenzy. So 3-star attack, or 3-speed attack rather, for 2 damage, deals plus 2 damage if Scourge Beast already has damage on it. If Scourge Beast is slain, the hunter must dodge on a 1-star or suffer 3. So we need to be careful. Let's just set the rest up. So he's got his insight on there. The lantern has been stuffed out. And I'm just deciding what to do because I've got to draw 1 card and I've got to clear this slot card to dodge. So, we do have that slash right there free. So yeah, I'm going to move Because the beast then is going to come into our area, and we are just going to bang with Ludwig's rifle for 2 damage. So he's got 2 damage on that there. I'm going to go for a basic, and I'm going to play it at speed 2, which is a slash card, because that'll do the rest of the 2 damage. We draw 1, and so we have a stagger with +1 speed. Oh, that could be really good. Let's see what he does. And he's going to hit us with a basic attack. So that is a quick strike. We lose 2 health. We're now on 4. But it does mean we've done 2 damage to it. So the insight is now gone. So he's just got 4 health left. What to do. I think we use this stagger here on a quick cut. So that's going to do 1 damage. But it's basically going to be at 4. And what I want to unlock is that ability or the special, don't I? Yeah, the special. Oh, yes. So that special's out the way. There is another special in the deck, though. So we have done 1 damage. And I'm going to leave it at that. Yes, I am. I've got to leave it at that. So I've got 4 health and it's the enemy turn. I do have this, which is a dodge, but I don't think it's going to be useful because he's either got a 3 attack, a 2 attack, or a 3 attack. No, he's got 2 3 attacks, and he's got another draw 1, which causes stagger. And yeah, the dodge is only going to be able to go on the heavy carve, which is 1, so I'm taking damage here. Let's see what he does. It is a basic. So he's hitting me for 2 damage. So yeah, I've got 2 health left. So end of turn, we move the hunt track up by 1. We now have 8, basically, till it ends. We got these 2 dodges here. Now that dodge with a heal 1 is really good. So I'm going to give up this to flip over my trick weapon. And then I'm going to play this basic right here. And I'm going to play it on the slash. Now the slash is 2 damage already at 2 speed with +1. That'll be 3, which will kill it. I have this. Now I am hoping, well, it's either going to be the special or it's either going to be the ability. Well, that's the 2 that hasn't gone yet. If it's the special, I think I need to dodge. If it's the ability, then the special will get played. That's basically what's going to happen. So let's see, shall we? It is the special. So we have to dodge. We're going to heal 1 because of the dodge. We'll play it on quick cut. So basically, because of that, we heal 1 and we dodge the attack. It's the same speed. So we then do 3 damage to it and kill it. Its special rule is it would have dealt +2, so it would have done 4 damage. If Scourge Beast Slayer, Hunter must dodge 3, dodge for 1 speed, or suffer 3 damage. So yeah, we're fine, aren't we? We're fine. So that is, we're on 3 health. We've killed it, and we gain a Blood Echo. So because of defeating the beast, we survive the night. We distribute 1 consumable and the Carol Rune Clawmark reward to the hunters. We get ourselves a Molotov cocktail, which deals 2 damage to 1 enemy in our space. And we also, on attack, replace our stat card's effect with +1 damage and stagger. That one is very useful for our character. But it does say, the warding incense usually repels such beasts during the hunt, for them to not only attack the chapel but also appear unaffected by the incense. There is something greater than mere instinct driving them this night. So we now have 2 insights, and we still are looking for the ransacked house. There's 2 tiles left in there. With the board the way it is at the moment, I'm just wondering what to do here, because I'm thinking we should probably go to the Hunter's Dream, and spend our blood echo and then come back to, say, there and then move upwards. He will obviously move into there, but that one might be the ransacked house. Or we could, no, because if we come back to the central lamp, we're knackered. We start off the next part, don't we? Because we've already found the 2 insight that we need. So yeah, I think with only 3 health and with our Ludwig's rifle and everything gone, and I would like poised, I think I'm going to go to the Hunter's Dream. So yeah, I'm going to move to the tile there, and I get transported. So there is now just 6 turns left for us to get to that central lamp. I am going to risk it, I think. If it's not the ransacked house, basically I'm going to just teleport to the central lamp using the hand lantern. But, I mean, we might be teleporting anyway. It depends what we're going to do. So, first things first, we're going to move. And it is the ransacked house. So, I'm just going to set it up. So we have a new insight mission, and it is rescue. As you enter the ransacked house, you catch sight of a young girl hiding in the corner from the monsters stalking her. Once these creatures are dispatched, she can be rescued. So we basically have a survivor up there, 2 consumables, a villagers, and a scourge beast. Makes me wonder if the villagers are trying to attack the scourge beast there. Regardless, we have moved 2 into there, so it's now what do we do? Because the secondary move, we're going to get them here as well, aren't we? But I don't really want to give up a turn either. I could do with attacking, so let's just decide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move and then move. So it's going to end up something like that. And then I'm going to fire Ludwig's rifle at the hunter mob. So bang! 2 damage done to the hunter mob there. So here's where tactics come in with this game, right? We know that enemy action right there is an ability. So the ability of the mob means they will add +1 speed to their attack and +1 damage. So are they the ones we want to attack? Probably. Because if the beast, he will gain +1 damage and stagger to his attack. So the mob have, regardless, a basic and a special is 2, so it's going to be a 3. So we can dodge it, can't we? We can dodge that attack. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go for a basic draw 1 on the slash, which is 2 damage. Right? So we're going to draw 1. That's a stagger. That might be useful. So we draw 1. We then go 2 speed. They are going to go for an ability. So we then shuffle it up. And so after reshuffling them, let's see what they do. It's a special. So they're going to hit for 3, right? They're going to hit for 3 with a speed of 3. So we basically need to use the dodge card on the quick cut, which avoids that attack. Then we do 2 damage straight to them and kill them. So for my next action, I am going to deal 2 damage to the Scourge Beast by throwing this Molotov cocktail at it. And that's the consumable gone. Well, I feel that's quite useful because then he's going to be very fast hitting me, right? So I want to use my basic attack here. Not going to use the stagger, I'm just going to go straight for the heavy carve. He's going to hit me with a basic, which is 3. So I dodge it by clearing that slot there. Completely avoid the attack. Hit him for 3. That's the Scourge Beast dead. So I've gained 2 blood echoes. And then I am going to end my turn because I've got no cards left. So we've only got 5 turns left. Yeah. This is going to be really interesting. And on their turn, they're going to activate and they're going to basically come into my zone. Just like that. So I basically redrawed 3 cards. We've got a basic stagger, we've got the poised, and we've got the agile. Right here, I am going to give up the basic stagger to flip over the trick weapon to clear the slots. So here we go with the tactics yet again. I'm going to use the poised, so I'm going to go for +1 damage. I'm going to play that on the quick cut. So basically I do 2 damage at speed 3, so it's going to be faster than those. They are still going to hit me though with a basic, so I suffer 2 damage. So I'll go down to 4. But then, because of this, agile, stagger, +1, I can play that on the quick cut. So when attacks with stagger, gain +1 damage. So I basically hit at 4 speed, 2 damage, and that kills them right there. So we might be doing things a little dangerous here because I've run out of cards, so we have to draw 3 and end the round. So I have now got just basic ones. There's 4 turns left, but I can't do nothing with that woman, right? So I need to move up, and then I can interact with a consumable, or I can interact with a woman. I'm thinking them consumables might not be worth it because I'd be giving up yet another action, wouldn't I? We've basically got 4 turns to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move. And I'm just going to interact with a woman there by giving up the basic +1. So it says, rescue. You approach the girl cautiously. Suddenly she bursts past you, darting into the street, her eyes wide with fear. Move the survivor token 4 spaces away. She may reveal tiles during this move. At the end of each turn, she moves 1 space away from the nearest hunter, but no longer reveals tiles. Complete this mission by ending a move on the space with the survivor token and having no enemies pursue into that space. So that's pretty easy to do with the way we are. So she's going to move 4. And because we've got free movement, we can basically just pursue her and get hold of her right there. Doesn't say we have to give up a card. Just says basically catch up to her. So reveal card 14, and it says rescue. You grip the girl's arm, keeping her from further flight. I'm not infected. Please let me go, she pleads, tugging at your grip. Now that she's close, the girl does indeed reek of the beast stench, though whether this is from the plague or the blood covering her is undeterminable. Choose one to complete the mission. Strike the girl down or spare her and order her to flee. We're going to be good and we're going to spare her and order her to flee. So, Moment of Mercy. The hunter that completed this mission gains 1 consumable and the Carol Rune Eye reward. You lock eyes with the young girl and glimpse her humanity and fear. Odeon Chapel is all you say before releasing your grip. Between sobs, she nods before darting off into the night. So we get a consumable and the Carol Rune. So the Eye Rune is the last rune we can have in our hand for now, and it says discard 1 card from your hand to return 1 card from your discard. That might be useful. Firearm is Quicksilver Bullets. Refresh your firearm. Very, very useful right there. Very useful. You can do it at any time as well. It's just a hunter turn. So what are we going to do? Well, she is going to run to the cathedral. We have 2 cards, and we have 4 turns and 3 blood echoes. So I'm thinking we move back up, pick up one of them consumables, then move down to Odeon Chapel's lamp, and basically go to the Hunter's Dream. We have found ourselves some bolt paper, which says on attack, gain +1 speed. Again, a very useful tool right there. And with that, we're out of cards, and we're going to flutter off to the Hunter's Dream to spend our last 3 blood echoes before going to the central lamp. So here are the 3 upgrades I've chosen. I've chosen Tactical, which is dodge, attack, or dodge at +1 speed. I've chosen Agile, which is stagger at +1 speed. And Indomitable, which is draw 1, cannot suffer frenzy, poison, stagger, or stun. Might be very useful right there. We are going to come back for the Hunter's Dream, and we have 2 turns left. So yeah, we're just going straight to the central lamp. So we return from the Hunter's Dream with 2 turns left. And once we've got to the central lamp, we get this Source of the Scourge. Your senses flare at the sound of rapid moving claws. You turn just in time as the Scourge beast, much larger than the rest, leaps at you, its eyes glowing a haunting blue. Reveal card 3, surround the central lamp tile with fog gates, and put a Scourge beast on the space. Yes, we have found our mini boss. It is a pack alpha, so it has an insight token on the card. When the Scourge beast will be slain, instead remove 1 token, heal all the things, same as all the rest. All tokens are returned on the things, which doesn't matter. Replace its ability with Vicious. Scourge Beast takes 1 quick swipe attack. Cannot be staggered. Deals +1 attack and gains stagger and stun. So we do need to be careful of that right there. So on my turn, we have these cards: Stagger, Poised, and Invigorating. And I am actually going to be a little bit crafty, because first thing we're going to do is move, and bang! Ludwig's rifle goes off. There is 2 damage. Now, on our Hunter turn, we can refresh our firearm with a Quicksilver bullet. So we're going to give up that consumable right there. Refresh Ludwig's rifle. Move once again, and bang! There goes its insight right there. So yeah, done 4 damage already with just Ludwig's rifle. Very, very useful tool right there. So now our stagger attacks will gain +1, won't they? So I'm thinking we use this basic stagger on a quick cut, and we've got to see what he does. He's doing an ability. So he's doing this one right here. Scourge Beast makes 1 quick swipe, so that is 2 damage. It cannot be staggered, so it cannot be staggered, but staggers with attacks also gain 2+, so he's done 2 damage to it. And it deals +1 and gains stagger and stun. So it's a 3 on a 3, so he can't stagger us. It's got to be slower. He can stun us though, can't he? So we have to get rid of a card. Yeah, we'll just get rid of the dodge card. It's not essential for what we're going to do, so we are then going to take 3 damage. So we've got 3 health left. That's fine. I'm then going to go for Poised, cannot suffer, stagger, or stun on the quick cut, which is going to do 2 damage. They're going to hit us with a special. A special is only 2 speed, so we're faster. We hit them for 2 damage, and that is it. Enemy slain. Yep, we got him. And that right there is that. Let's reveal card 4. Prey Slaughtered. Scourge Alpha. Distribute the Bloodstone Shard and the Carol Rune Moon. Reward among the hunters. The beast lets out 1 final roar before slumping to the ground. In the distance, you spot a group of creatures seemingly watching the fight. Readying yourself for attack, you instead find them turning and bounding off deeper into the district. So we gain ourselves these 2 rewards. And the Carol Rune Moon says when you are slain, keep 1 blood echo. immediately used when you go to the dream. That's fine. And this says place on an attack slot, may switch slot on transform, while on slot that attack deals +1 damage. So 2 very useful rewards right there. And we still have 2 others, so they will just go into our backpack. And before the next campaign, the next chapter, we can decide what we are going to be taking. And that will be next time if I decide to carry this on. I will save the game using the appropriate slots. And yeah, I enjoyed that. I do enjoy this game, but I enjoy it more so with the house rules, basically. And you can't say it's not slower or you need to be slow, because I mean, look at that. We are there. We nearly failed. If we'd have died another one time, we would have failed, because it costs you 2 to get back, basically, to the hunter's dream. So yeah, for all the people who don't like house rules, sorry this isn't for you, but for the people who do, please have a look at the download that I've put below and shared. And thanks for watching.